Good afternoon. If you're in Halifax, Nova Scotia like me today, I hope you're enjoying the rain outside. We're kind of in between the confused weather where it doesn't know if it's summer or fall. I'm a huge fall lover, so I cannot wait till that crispy air stays for good. But for now, we usually get up in the morning, it's a little chilly. In the afternoon, we are sweating, so our outfits are hard to plan. But yeah, we are about to go into October of 2021 already, which seems crazy. This year has flown by, for me anyways, and it's been nuts. So anyhow, welcome to the first episode of Real Estate Invested on my YouTube channel, which is also new for me. I do lots of videos, but YouTube is not my gig, but now it is. So welcome. And Real Estate Invested is going to be all about different real estate topics. I'm super passionate, not just because I'm an agent, but because I'm truly using real estate to change my future. My husband and I are working on lots of stuff, and we really believe in real estate. And I think that knowledge is power. I've learned so much over the last 10 years. It's been just over 10 years that I've been in the business since a pretty early age. And I just feel like I want to share as much as I possibly can so that anybody who maybe is considering real estate as an investment for themselves has some different angles and different topics to think about. Anyhow, today we are going to talk about the condition when you're purchasing a house of sale of buyer's property and what that means in this market and when does it come up. Because I find that that's a question I'm getting a lot, or I should say that's a question I'm not getting a lot, which I need to be getting, but people aren't aware of how that works or what comes first, selling your house or buying a house if you're doing both in this market, because we're in a seller's market. So I'm actually going to bring this up on the screen and read off of it so that we really understand what this form means and why it works in a different market, but maybe not this one. So, buyer's conditions. This agreement is subject to the buyer obtaining an agreement of purchase and sale with all conditions met, except for the closing date, at their property, 123 Main Street, on or before, let's say 30 days out from now. And then it says the buyer reserves the right to delete clause 1.1, which is what I just explained. So take away that condition at any time using the notice to seller form. If this deletion is made without having an agreement of purchase and sale with all conditions met, blah, 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 a letter of financing is to be provided. So that's just saying they sell their house, they firm up on conditions, they're good to go. But on the seller side of things, it says the seller reserves the right to continue to offer the property for sale and accept another offer on the property. So the seller shall give notice to the buyer or the buyer's agent by using such and such form, allowing, let's say, 24 hours notice, in which the buyer can either delete clause 1, so delete the condition of selling their home. And the only way you can do that, by the way, is if you have an agreement of purchase and sale, or if you can, in fact, afford both. So you can afford the house you're going to buy and that you already own. Maybe you just didn't want to, so that's why you're using the condition. But if you can't, then you're left with the next option, which is declare this agreement null and void. So the reason why it doesn't work in this market is because there 9 times out of 10, maybe a little less than that right now, because the market is a little bit more inconsistent, like I say, you're going to be competing. So the second there's another offer on the table, you're already smushed out of the way unless they also have the condition of selling their home, which is not very popular in this market. So what do you do then? I recommend that you put your house for sale, you get your sale out of the way, and then you can find where you're going to move. If you have nowhere to go in between, I recommend trying to get a super long closing date. It's still not guaranteed you'll find something in time, but you have to have a backup plan. It's easy for people who are, doing new construction, or, then they're getting a longer term rental. Or if you have a place to stay, that's awesome. But these are the things that you have to figure out before actually purchasing another home. You have to get your house sale out of the way first. Hopefully that's helpful, and I'm going to see you guys next time with episode 2 of Real Estate Invested. And yeah, I could get used to these conversations, so I'll see you soon.